A very special good afternoon to all my lovely children. Welcome to Tripura Interactive Virtual Class. I hope you all are good, fit and fine and came with full of energy as today's maths class also going to be very special like every time. So without any delay, let's start today's class. So you can see on your screen one express train is running, right? Okay. So why we are noticing this? Very soon you are going to know. Here you can see one beautiful road, clean road, right? Okay. Here you can see actually what is this? Two straight lines, nice straight lines. Yes. Okay, here is the cross connection between two roads. Okay. That means what? If we consider these roads as lines, you can see that both the roads crossing each other means what? Means both the lines are crossing each other. We can say this one. Okay. Now here one scissor you can see. Here also what you can notice? Two lines, if you compare the scissor hands as lines, you can see that two lines crossing again each other, meeting at a single point. Okay. Okay, let's do one activity. In a fine morning in classroom, one madam came and she was telling her students, we are going to do one activity. So, okay, which activity we are going to perform? Take a square paper and fold it in different ways. You can also try, my lovely children. You can also take one paper and then you fold it in different way. Try to do this. Like this girl, one girl took one square paper and she is folding the paper in different ways. You can also fold the paper in according to your wish. So if you fold the paper in different way without any link, suppose sometimes from this side, sometimes from that side, suppose you are folding the paper in different direction. Okay, so first of all let's fold the paper in that way. Okay, so after the folding, what madam telling to do? Draw lines on the creases formed using a pencil and a scale. So madam asked, when you fold and unfold it, now you draw the lines formed by the crease with your scale and pencil. So if we draw all the crease lines with the pencil and scale, so we are getting so many lines, right? So many lines lying in the same paper. Okay. So after that, then they are asking, take any pair of lines and observe their relationship with each other. Now they are telling to take any two lines and then to observe the relation between them. What do you mean by the relation? Means how they are lying, whether both the lines parallel to each other, they never meet, or both the line crossing each other, or one line lying in another. So that one we have to check. Okay. So suppose any two pair of lines she took. Now she is thinking, what do you observe? So teacher asked, what do you observe? Whether they meet at a point. These lines meet at one point. Okay, what she observed? She observed that these both lines meet at a single point. Okay. Now again another pair of lines she took. This time she is thinking, do they meet? What do you think? Do they meet? Yes, very good. Obviously, they will meet. Where they will meet? As these are lines, these are straight lines, and what we know? The difference between line and line segment. I hope all of you remember. Line segment is a part of a line, and line we can extend endlessly in the both side. So, as if we are telling these are line, line means what? Line means as we are comparing these two lines with our straight lines, that means what? These are never ending. We can extend the lines in both the direction and endlessly. You can extend the lines in both the direction endlessly. So what will happen? if they do not meet within the paper, suppose within the paper they are not meeting, here are the lines, suppose this line and this line, within the paper they don't meet, but do you think they would meet if they were extended beyond the paper? What is your observation? Do you really think if you extend both the lines beyond the paper, outside of the paper, will they meet? So let's see. See, of course they will meet. If you extend both the line endlessly, you see beyond the paper they will obviously meet at a point. Yes, that means these two will intersect at a point. These lines meet at one point when extended beyond the paper. Okay. Next, see. Here again, two lines we took. Again, they are asking, do they meet? So, what would be your answer? Suppose which two lines she took. Suppose here one line, here is another line. Now, if you extend these lines in both the direction, what do you think? Do they meet? Now, let's start. Let's extend in both the direction. Do you think they would meet if they were extended beyond the paper? What is your observation? Suppose if you extend in both the direction, you see they are not meeting actually. They don't meet when extended beyond the paper. But previously we saw the lines were look like this. So that's why when you are extending both the line, that time they met at a point. But this time the lines are this. So when you extend also, these two lines will never meet. Okay, I think all of you can understand from here what we are going to do today. What is the topic name for us today? So yes, you all are correct. Today we are going to know about parallel and intersecting lines. So I think all of you understood which lines are intersecting and which are parallel. Can you tell me which lines are intersecting? Yes, very good. The lines which meet at a single point, those lines are intersecting lines, and parallel lines are those lines which will never meet. Okay. So here, let's know about plane surface. So what do you mean by plane surface? You can see on your screen here on the dining table, you see the upper face of the dining table. It is also what? Something plane surface. If it is curved surface, we can't put our dishes, water glass, water bottle on the curved shape for our food. But as it is plane surface, so anything we can put easily on the table. Similarly, where we are writing, that means in the copy. Copy are also what? Plane surface. These are also not curved. Okay. Some more examples you can see. Here you see the screen from where you are watching me right now. That screen also, is it curved or is it plane surface? Yes, it is plane surface. Okay, here also one book. So book surface also, upper face also what? This is also plane surface. So that means from here, if I ask you, can you define what is plane surface? So whatever you are observing, are all of them plane surface, or there are some other definition of plane surface? So what would be your answer? A plane surface is a two-dimensional flat surface that extends in length and width but has no thickness. That means what? A plane surface you can extend in both the direction. What is the name of this? This is the length and this is the breadth. So you can extend length, you can extend the breadth, but the thing is thickness. Thickness means what? This one, this height or thickness, how much thick it is. Thickness will not depend for plane surface. So for plane surface, what is required? For plane surface, only length and breadth are required. And this is a two-dimensional shape. Two-dimensional shape, not 3D shape. If you consider it with a 2D shape, for example, your book page, suppose one single page you took, one square paper you took, so that one what? That one having very thickness is very small, right, compared to the length and breadth. length and breadth are more. So we can compare it with 2D face. It is not 3D image. It is something like 2D image type. So similarly, so a plane surface is a two-dimensional flat surface. Two-dimensional flat surface. What do you mean by two-dimensional flat surface? Means it is, you can compare it with a 2D shape. 2D shape means what? Which having length and width but no height, or height is very much negligible. We can tell there is no height. So if you can take some surface like this which having length and breadth, and you can extend the length and breadth, those type of surface are called what? Those type of surface are called plane surface. I hope this much is clear. Okay. Now they are asking, let us observe what happens when two lines intersect. So what will happen when two lines will intersect each other? So let's see. Here you can see two lines, both of them are intersecting each other. Okay. How many angles do they form? So how many angles are there? Can you tell? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means total how many angles are there? Total four angles are there. Okay. We can see that four angles formed. So you can see on your screen total how many angles are there? Total four angles are there. Okay. Suppose angle A value is 60 degree. Okay. If angle 1 is 60 degree, can you find the remaining three angles without actually measuring them? Is it possible? What do you think? Suppose two lines intersecting each other at a point which is O, name is given, and one angle is given. Total four angles will generate. All of us know. Out of four, one angle value if they provide us, can you tell other angles also without measurement, without actual measurement? Can you tell? Is it possible? Let's try. Here you see as BOD. BOD is a line. So what are the lines actually? This one is a line. This BD is a line, right? One line is BD. Another straight line is which one? Another line is AC. These are the two lines. Which lines intersected each other? So this BD, if I show it with different colors, suppose this one BD, this is also a line. This is a straight line. And this AC is what? This is another straight line. So now if I focus only on BD line, how much angle it will generate at O? Can you tell? How much angle it will generate at O as it is a straight line? Very good. 180 degree, because it is a straight angle. Straight angle, we know what? When the line is straight, the angle formed is 180 degree straight angle. Okay. So here you see, if you measure the angle also with protractor, then also what you are getting? 180 degree. You see, if you give a protractor here and if you measure the angle, formed, how much it is? It is 180 degree. So here angle 1 and angle 2 together forms a straight line DOB, right? Angle 1 and angle 2, both of them together forming what? Forming the straight line DOB. Hence, they measure 180 degree. That means if you add both the angle, what would be the sum of those angles? If you add both this angle 1 and angle 2, the answer is 180 degree. Yes. Again you see, if you add angle 2 and angle 3, what are you getting? Are you getting a straight line? Yes, very good. If we add both the angles, we are getting a straight line. And which straight line it is? Yes, the straight line is AOC. AOC is another straight line. And in AOC straight line, angle 2 and angle 3 together forming this AOC straight line. So that means again what? Again you can see this is 180 degree. Yes. So angle 2 and angle 3 together form a straight line AOC. Hence they measure 180 degree. Now again you see, again you can see angle 3 and angle 4. If you add angle 3 and angle 4, Which straight line you are getting right now? Can you tell the name of the straight line generated? Yes, very good. BD straight line will generate with angle 3 and angle 4. If you add angle 3 and angle 4, you will get this BD straight line. Yes. Okay. That means the angle is 180 degree. Why? Because 180 degree is called the straight angle. Why it is called straight angle? Because 180 measure for a straight line. Okay. So again same, that means what? Angle 3 and angle 4 together forms a straight line DOB and hence they measure 180 degree. Okay. Now next you see, again you see angle 1 and angle 4. If you add angle 1 and angle 4, which straight line you are getting with adding both the angles? Yes, AOC you are getting. So that means what? That means we can tell here angle 1 and angle 4 together forms a straight line AOC and hence they measure 180 degree. Okay. So adjacent angles formed by two lines intersecting each other are called linear pair. Linear pair always added up to 180 degrees. So from here one new concept we got to know which is called linear pair. So what is linear pair? The adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. You see two intersecting lines. These two lines are called intersecting lines. Why? Because both of them meet at O. So that means both the line are intersecting lines. So now the adjacent angle means what? Means these angles. These angles are called adjacent. 1 and 2 adjacent. 1 and 4 adjacent. 4 and 3 adjacent. 3 and 2 adjacent. So like this type of adjacent angles forming by two intersecting lines are called linear pairs. Why linear pair? Because if you add both the angles, you will always get 180 degree. These two adjacent angle will form the straight line. That's why both those angles are called linear pair. Okay, so here what are the linear pairs? Total 4 linear pairs we can see. 1 and 2. These two are linear pair for which straight line? For straight line DOB. Then 2 and 3. These two are linear pair for which straight line? For AOC. Again 3 and 4. These two are linear pair for which straight line? Straight line DB. Yes, in this way. And another one is 1 and 4. So if angle 1 is 60 degree, now can you find the other angles? Is it possible? Can you tell the answer now? 1 you already know, this is 60 degree. And what we know? Angle 1 plus angle 2, if you do, answer supposed to come 180 degree. So out of these two, total is 180. Out of this 60 is given. So if you remove this 60, means if you subtract 60 from 180, how much will remain? How will you get? So how we can do? Here you see 1 and 2 together 180. Why? Because this is forming the linear pair. Now if you subtract this 60 from 180, so what will you get? You will get the angle 2. Yes, so that's why how we are going to do. I hope all of you get the idea. So what we have to do, from 180, if you subtract that angle 1, that means the value of angle 1 is how much? This is 60 degree. That means if you subtract 60 degree from 180 degree, so the remaining value is the value for angle 2. I hope this much is clear. So how much you got? The angle 2 value is 120 degree. I hope this much is clear. Why angle 2 is 120? Because if you add 60 and 120, you will get 180. That's why. Okay. So angle 3 will be what? Angle 2 we got 120. So again 2 and 3 together how much? Again 2 and 3 together it is a linear pair, so 180 degree. So out of 180 degree, 120 you are having, angle 2 we got just now, it is 120. So if you subtract 120 from 180, how much you will have? Yes, you will have 60 degree. Which one will be the value of angle 3? Then only 120 plus 60 will give you how much? 180 degree. Okay. Okay. So next, angle 4. Similarly, you see, angle 3 you got 60 degree. Again 3, 4 together forming what? 3, 4 together forming a linear pair. So that means total angle sum is 180. So out of 180, if you subtract this 60 degree, so how much you will get? You will get 120. So that means we got all the 4 angles. We are having angle 1 value is 60 degree. So from there only we got angle 2 value, 3 value and 4 value. I hope this much is clear to all. Now let's see some examples of linear pair of angles in real life. So let's see in real life also, can we see such linear pairs? Can you see in your around linear pairs? Not only this 1 and 2, you can give so many examples, right? You can see so many examples of linear pair. Here are some examples like a pen stand. You can see in your home also, or in your school you can see some pen stands. So pen, it will be like this pen, if you hold the pen in the stand, so always it will make some angles. If you add both the angle, what would be the value of this angle? Total is 180 because it is forming a straight line, straight angle. So that means the angles, the adjacent angles of this pen will be what we'll call the linear pair. Yes, because both them, if you add, you will get 180. That's why both the angles are forming linear pair. Similarly, a vegetable chopping board also. In the chopping board also, if you put one knife here like this, so that time also you see 2 angles are generating adjacent angles. Both are what? Both are linear pair. This is also another real life example. Same way you can give so many examples of linear pair. So if I ask you, can you tell whether this is also linear pair or not? Can you tell me now whether this is a linear pair or not? Yes, this is not a linear pair. Why it is not linear pair? Why it is not linear pair, my lovely children? Because if you add both the angles, what is the value you are getting? 65 plus 135. Is it 180? Because to make a linear pair, what we know? The adjacent angle side sum must be 180, because 180 is called the straight line or straight angle. 180 called the straight angle. So, are this angle sum 180? No, you can see if you add 65 and 135, what you are getting? You are getting 200. So 200 is not equal to 180. That means this is not a linear pair. So for linear pair, the adjacent angle sum supposed to be 180. This is the condition. Okay. So from here what we can say, the sum of these 2 adjacent angles is not equal to 180 degree. So as it is not 180 degree, hence they don't form a linear pair. I hope this is clear. Okay. Let's see some more problems. In the following figure, if angle A is 120, can you figure out the measurements of angle B, C, D without drawing and measuring them? Can you find without drawing and measuring? Like the previous question only. I think all of you can try by your own and you can give the answer. Angle A is 120. That as this L is a straight line, that means angle A plus angle B will be sum up to, yes, very good, 180 degree. But out of 180, 120 is A. 120 is our A. So if you subtract 120 from 180, so you will get the value of B. And whatever the B value, D value will be also same. Because A and B forming together the straight line L, and similarly angle A and angle D together forming the straight line M. Yes. So let's try the solution. We know that angle A plus angle B measures 180 degree. You can see in your screen. Yes. Now, as both sum 180, so angle B must be what? 180 minus 120. So what is the answer? Answer of B is 60 degree. We got 60 degree. Now again, angle B is 60 degree. That means angle C is what? 120. Why? Because again, if you add B and C, you will get angle, you will get a straight angle. Why? Because this is forming the straight line M. So that means from 180 you have to subtract 60, and if you subtract 60, the value will be 120. Yes. So angle C is 120. So as angle C is 120, so obviously angle D value will be how much? 60 degree, because 120 plus 60 will give you 180. So that means angle D value is 60 degree. So then angle B and D measure 60 degrees. So what we got? What we conclude? This B and D, both of them measured 60 degree, and angle A and angle C, both of them measured 120 degree. So here is one question time for you all. Let's see how many of you are able to answer this question. Okay, the question is, what is the sum of two angles that form a linear pair? Very easy. I am giving you time. All of you try. All of you try to answer. What is the sum of two angles that form a linear pair? Your options are option A 90 degree, option B 180, option C 270, option D 360 degree. So can you give the correct option? Which one is correct? For linear pair, the angle sum must be what? We know already. Okay, your time is almost up. Your time is up. I am showing you the result. Yes, you all are correct. Option B is the correct option. That means to form a linear pair, we need the sum up to 180 degree. If it is more than 180, that means 200, then also not a linear pair. If it is 110, that means less than of 180, that time also it is not a linear pair. So for a linear pair, the angle sum must be 180 degree. Okay. Now next, here you see again two intersecting lines and it formed four angles. Now here you see from our previous lecture what we got. Angle 1 value and angle 3 value came same. Angle 1 and angle 3 are opposite to each other at the point of intersection, right? Also you can notice that both of them are opposite to each other. Yes. Again you see similarly angle 2 and angle 4. These are also what? These are also opposite to each other. Okay. Now, these angles which are opposite to each other, exactly opposite to each other, these are called vertically opposite angles. I hope it is clear now. So, when the adjacent sides sum together making 180 degree and forming a straight line, it is called linear pairs. When two angles are opposite to each other in the point of intersection, that time those angles are called vertically opposite angles. So till now, two types of pair we got. First pair was what? First pair was linear pair, and next pair is what? Vertically opposite angle set. Okay. The angles opposite to each other at the point of intersection of two lines are called vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now you can notice one thing, angle 1 and angle 3 actually measures equal. You saw already, right? Here you see these two are vertically opposite. Also suppose A and B sum together 180. So if it is 120, A was how much? A was 60 degree. So if A is 60, automatically to make this line, suppose this is L line. If L line, if you want to make, that means A plus C value together supposed to be 180. So as it is 60, so obviously angle C value came 120. Again L and this C, if together making straight line M, that time also what? Addition supposed to be equal to 180, for which this is also 60. So you can see the vertically opposite angles A and here suppose A, B, C, this is suppose D. This A and D, both are what? Vertically opposite and both are measuring same 60, 60. Here also B and C, both are vertically opposite and both are measuring 120, 120. So like this, here we can see that angle 1 and angle 3 are equal angles. Here also you see angle A, angle D are equal angles, vertically opposite angles are equal. Yes, here also again another thing you see angle 2 and angle 4. Both are also same. That means angle 2 and angle 4 are equal angles. Yes. So a pair of vertically opposite angles are equal, we can conclude from here. So what we can conclude? A pair of vertically opposite angles are equal. And previously what we got? A linear pair sum up to 180 degree. And now what we got? Vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. Okay. Now let's give some real life example. Here is the scissor. In our beginning of the lecture, we saw this one. And if you compare the scissor hand with straight line, that time you saw that vertically opposite angles generated. That means the vertical opposite angles will be equal. Whatever the value of this side angle, the vertically opposite angle value will be also same. Suppose this much is your 60 degree. So vertically opposite angle, this one will be also what? 60 degree. Yes. Next, another real life example. This one is another real life example. What is this? Here also you see in the table, vertically opposite angles you can see. Here also, in the stick also vertically opposite angles generated. So these are the real life examples. With pencil also we can generate the vertically opposite angles and angles will be same. Okay, now they are telling list all the linear pairs of vertically opposite angles you observe in the given figure. You have to list all these vertically opposite angles. So let's list the vertically opposite angles. So pair of, okay, linear pairs also and vertically opposite angle also. So linear pairs are, which are the linear pairs? AB, you can see AB forming what? Which line? AB forming straight line M, BC, BC forming which line? BC forming straight line L. Again, CD, CD forming which straight line? Straight line M. AD, AD forming which straight line? AD forming straight line L. Yes. Now vertically opposite angles. Angle B and D are vertically opposite. Again, angle A and C are vertically opposite. Now from the figure, from the adjacent figure, they are asking you, if the value of B is 115, can you find the value of D? Yes, all of us can do, because what we can observe, angle B and D, what is the relation between them? Both of them are vertically opposite angles. So that means whatever the value of angle B, angle D value will be also same. We know that vertically opposite angles always equal. So as both of them are always equal, that means what? Whatever the value of angle B, angle D also having the same value, 115. Yes. Okay, measurements and geometry. Here angle AOC and BOC forming a linear pair. Okay, let's measure and verify. Let's measure and verify whether it is forming linear pair or not. Here you see, if you put a protector, angle AOC, how much you are getting? Angle AOC, can you tell me? Is it 114? Yes, this is 114. Okay. Now here you see angle BOC, how much it is? If you notice, it is 65 degree, and together if you add both of them, you are getting 179. That means though not a linear pair, but we are seeing that AOB is a straight line. So how it became possible? Why the measure is different from actual angle? Because what? Because of the thickness actually. If your pencil is so thick, that time it is not possible actually. So that's why when you are making the lines, you have to must take care of this. Your pencil head should be so sharp. Otherwise, your measurement is 1 degree or 2 degree can be here and there. So for that, your pencil should be so sharp so that the angle measurement should be sharp. Okay. Here you see in mathematics, lines are ideal actually. They do not have thickness. But when we draw with pencils, the line become thicker. This extra thickness causes slight variations in angle measurement. For that thickness angle measurement variation you can notice. Maybe you're supposed to get 180 which is actual also, but you will not get. Why? Because of the thickness of your pencil. So you have to make sure while you are drawing geometry diagrams in your exams or in classroom, your pencil head should be so sharp. Okay, so today we are limiting ourselves this much. We are ending here. We are going to next class. From here only we will continue. So till now, take care of yourself and study well at home. Thank you so much.